Welcome everybody. Welcome to the YouTube channel, especially new subscribers and new followers, and for those who have been here before, welcome back. This video is Blue Den Part 1. Blue Den is another Oregon Fishing Club lake. Oregon Fishing Club has a tremendous set of properties, and Blue Den probably is their most well known. If you live in the Willamette Valley here in Oregon, and maybe if you live beyond that, if you live even in Central Oregon or up in southern Washington or other places around the Pacific Northwest, you've probably heard of the Oregon Fishing Club. And if you have, you've definitely heard of Blue Den. Blue Den is a premier fishery. They have set it up in a way that is just very productive. Very large fish and lots of fish in general. It has 3 or 4 lakes on the property, lakes, ponds, whatever you want to call them. The largest one being the best one. So that all being said, I got to go up there again, thankfully. I've been able to go up there. This is my 3rd year in a row going up there. I'm normally invited by my friend Lenny Moffo. Those who are old saltwater connoisseurs probably know Lenny Moffo. He was a Keys fly fishing and gear guide down in the Keys for 35 years, something like that. He also worked in Montana as a river guide there as well. So he's been around for a long time, and he retired out to Oregon, and he started coming to our club and being a regular at a lot of our events, and he's become a good friend of mine. So Lenny was there, but I wasn't invited by Lenny. Last year's it was him who invited me. This time it was Kris and Cambra again. They are 2 of my very good friends, especially my fiance and I. We just love hanging out with them, and they invited us up there, both of us up there, to fish. Claire didn't fish. Claire's not an angler at all. She enjoys drawing and hanging out and trying to avoid all the geese. You'll see that later. But enough about that. Let's get into the fishing and kind of the fun that we had this day. It was unbelievably productive for me. I caught a lot of fish. So many that I broke it up into 2 parts just to make it easier for you, the viewing audience. So if you can't get enough of Blue Den, there's going to be a Blue Den Part 2. The first part of this video is going to be mostly me catching fish on a blob, seen here. The orange blob has been a staple in my fly box, and I just recently actually finished a fly box of attractor flies, and I just happen to have it right here. It's one of the bigger fulling mill guide boxes. You can see it right here. Huge fly box full of attractors. I have blobs and fabs and boobies and elevator boobies and a myriad of small boobies, some daphnia, some haps worms, and what I call my pulling blobs down here at the bottom. These are kind of lifesaver flies, hint hint, for people looking for a new fly to tie. If you want better pictures of this and you want to see more of this, go to my Instagram. I have all the pictures of this box close up so you can see every color combination, everything, and you're happy to ask me a question on there about this box. But I talked to Kris and Cambra because they were having some struggles catching a fish. I give them some flies, I give Lenny some flies, but I specifically talked to them about how to fish a blob as a beginner on the Stillwater. I casted on a long leader, 15 to 18 feet long, on 6 weights and 7 weights, and I'm casting as far as I can go, usually around that 60-foot mark. And when you're able to do that, you fish it a lot differently. But how does someone who can't do that, how does someone who just has a floating line and a tapered leader cast a single blob and fish a single blob? And you essentially fish it the same way you would fish a washing line technique like what I have on. But you fish it knowing that that's the only thing that the fish are going to take, which works out great. Cambra catches 2 fish after we talk about it, and I give her some of my flies, but it works out really well. So if you're curious of kind of how I fish a blob and why it works so well and why it has literally caught fish for me everywhere that I've gone in still waters, stay tuned. You can see me kind of talk that out and break that down. Like I mentioned, my gear, 10-foot 6 weights. I use the Echo Stillwaters. The phenomenal rods, highly recommend them. Cassette reels, I use Orvis cassette reels, which they don't make anymore, unfortunately, but you can get the airflow switch if you're willing to buy them from overseas. Snowbees coming to the United States. You can also get the Hardy cassette reels. So there's a lot of them out there, just not really here stateside. The line that I use the most, the one I catch all the blobs on, is that Scientific Angler Emerger tip. It is my favorite midge tip line out there, midge tip or sink tip line out there. I also have airflow lines. I don't have any of the Rios. It's one of the blind spots. Maybe I should get a Rio midge tip. But at a certain point, they're all similar enough, it doesn't really matter. Our club was able to buy some club members the Rio midge tip, and it's a 3-foot, 1.5-inch sinking line, where mine's a 5-foot, 1.25-inch sinking line. It's very, very similar. But that's the line that I have my washing line on, and I catch every single one of my fish in part 1 on a blob, a sunburst blob. If you want to mimic the exact blob that I'm tying, use any hook you'd like for a blob. I have my own hooks that I've purchased myself from the hook factories, just because I go through so many. But a Firehole 633 is a really good representation. You can find a Hannock hook, a Foley Mill hook, Daiichi. You can find a hook out there that works for it. I like a wide gap on mine. Heavy wire, wide gap. And then I'm using the FNF dual color deal. They have some blended frits that they have of their jelly frits, and I use the Jenkins Double Sunburst. If you type in Jenkins Double Sunburst, you'll get it somewhere. It's distributed by Nature Spirit here in the States, so you can get F&F at any fly shop that sells Nature Spirit products. And if your fly shop doesn't carry Nature Spirit products, you need to bug them until they do. The amount of things I've bugged my local fly shop into carrying is innumerable at this point, and I don't think he's regretted any of them. So if it's something that you really like and you really want to have, Nature Spirit has the F&F stuff, but if you can like something from Semperfly or Uphaven or Hairline or Wapsi, just talk to your fly shop. They want to bring in materials that you're going to buy and you're going to use. So if you want to mimic the exact one, that's the fly I use. At some point I'll probably do fly tying videos, and that'll be one of the flies that I tie on there. But I think I've gone over my gear, my flies. We had a fun time. You're gonna see a little bit of Lenny, Kris, Cambra. You're gonna see Clara terrified of geese. Yeah, it was a really fun day. It was a really beautiful weather. It was awesome. And if you like this enough, stick around. Part 2's coming at you soon. Oh my goodness. God. Good grief. Oh, there he is. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh. 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 Jeez. Ten to 9 to 14, so 23 inches. Jesus. Jesus Christ, that's a big fish. Hey babe, can you take a picture of my fish? Here in a sec. No, no, no! I did. Okay, that was pretty exciting. So first cast, first fish, 23 inches. Got a little squirrely on me and got out of there. But I'm just fishing. It seems that way. We're shouting about a midge hatch right now. A little bit of breeze, but I have, that fish was on, a lot of salamanders coming up, but no fish. That fish was on a blob. So, sunburst blob, pretty classic fly here. Caught a lot of fish on that fly in this lake in particular, so that's why it was on. And right now I'm just wind drifting essentially. And slowly doing a finger twist retrieve, probably an inch at a time, just waiting for that line to jump like I did last time. Hoping for a fish to come by and cruise, either pick up the, I got a size 12 Muskins black on. I have a pheasant tail, a Polish pheasant tail, and that sunburst blob. So I'm here with my friends Kris and Cambra. Cambra's the one in the pink float tube. Kris is behind me shouting about the midge hatch. And then I have my fiance Clara right there. So we're just gonna tow this out to wherever we're going. So not to alarm you, there is a goose on top of the shed there. He's just napping. He doesn't want to eat you. He's sleeping. He has his little head tucked in and everything. You mean geese? Or just one goose? Where? Oh, oh, did you break me off? No. If you wanted to go in the channel, you got to go horizontal. Oh, orange blob again. Okay. Oh, come on. There he is. Orange blob again. Oh, he choked it. Okay, sorry buddy, you weren't coming off. And I'm not getting that blob out of you. Alright, so that situation. That fish choked this blob. So there's a little blob right here. Choked it, and in that case, I don't bother going fishing for the blob, I just let it. I cut it off as close as I can to him, and then let the natural fish slime and water rust out the hook. And it eventually just rusts out. How shallow is it over there? Huh? How deep is it? Where? On the flat. Most of it is like 3 foot. There's some like No, he's little. He's healthy, but he's little. Eat something other no, straight up orange blob. I gotta get him an orange blob. This is ridiculous. Just a little orange. It's a little orange blob. Do you want one? I'll give you one, Lenny.
I'm not desperate yet. Well, let me just hold it up so I can see it.
Do you see it?
That's it?
That's it.
Are you shitting?
All 4 of my fish have been on that thing.
I gotta look at it closer.
They grab it like like it owes them money. All right. I'll watch my other rods.
Yeah, watch your rods.
Here.
You gotta be shitting me.
They love it. They love it. Do you want one? Are you sure?
Well, give me one.
Yeah, I'll give you one, and then when you get desperate, you can break it out of the glass.
I'm gonna I catch fish anyway, not as much as guys like you that are like, you're an animal. I'm proud to know you.
Well, proud to know you too, Lenny. You're an animal in your own right.
Oh God, this is so unbelievable. Yeah. I got a flush toilet in it. What's that? I have a flush toilet in that thing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we have a camper.
There he goes. You're talking about me like I'm the Dos Equis man. All right. I gave Lenny a fly, so you guys can paddle over and I'll give you guys one. Did you break it off? Yeah. Well, come over here. I'll give you another one. Okay. Okay, so the way the leader's set up is it's just 4x tippet. It's not a tapered leader. Okay. And I have them separated about, what is that, 4 feet apart? Yeah. And so I do, so from the tip of the fly line, I go about 4 or 5 feet, and then I tie a triple surgeon's knot 4 or 5 feet of 4x. And then another chunk of it. So it's about 12 feet long. Okay. So it's a little annoying to cast, but then I have a chironomid there, you can see him, and then a little pheasant tail here, and then I have the blob in the back. This was just an orange and yellow one, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I think it's just something. An orange, yellow, and yellow one, I think. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah. And all I'm doing is casting out and letting the whole thing just slowly sink. And as I either go towards it, I'll pull up slack, and if I'm going away, I just don't want to move. I don't want to move too quickly. Okay. It seems like they want it basically just falling down the column, and then just watch your fly line. If it does anything weird, like it jumps or twitches or shoots off, that's the fish. Set the hook, because hook sets are free. The worst that happens, you just got to recast it. So I don't know how long your so you have your floating line on, right? Yeah. How long is your leader?
It's a 9, and I've got like.
And you just have your blob on there?
Yes.
Or do you have one, or do you need one?
No, I've got one on there.
Okay, just cast it out, and then just don't do anything. Okay. Just, if you're gonna retrieve it back, I mean, literally 1 inch at a time. Okay. And then just wait for the line to do something funky.
Okay. So you have a 9-foot leader? I thought you put a 5-foot sinking tip on. No, I didn't. Oh, you didn't. Oh.
So that's how I would fish it. If I was you guys, that's how I would fish it with what current setup you have right now.
Oh, so take my sink.
No, I wouldn't put the sink tip on. I'd leave it just like the way you have it now. Oh. Just because it will slowly fall, like very slowly. And the fish, as soon as it gets into their zone, they'll swim up and just, you'll watch your line. It's really weird. Your line will like jump or twitch. Okay. And just set on that. All right. And then, yeah, have probably like 10 feet of tippet out, probably.
10 feet of tippet on top of a 9-foot leader?
No, 9-foot leader, and then maybe add like 2 feet to that, or 3 feet to that. No.
Okay. 2 feet of tippet, and then you tie your blob on. Do you have to put a little sinker on it?
Nope. It on the surface. Once it gets wet, it'll start to sink. So if I... Now that I've ran in the water, it will sink just automatically. Awesomeness. And then just let it...
And then just do a tiny little...
I mean, at the most.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So just don't move it at all. And so my sink tip, the reason why I'm saying your guy... So I have like a 12-foot leader, but my sink tip is only 1.5 inches per second. And it's integrated into the fly line. So if you look, you'll see the tip is 5 feet and it's clear. Yeah. So all I'm... Whoop. As long as I'm not tangled. When I get untangled, I'll kind of show what I'm doing. I fished here before, so Lenny, the other 2 times I fished here, Lenny has invited me. Yeah. So it's funny, every time I've been here now, Lenny's also happens to be here. But last year, the big fish I caught was on a mint-colored fly, that mojito worm. So it's kind of like a spearmint, like mint chip almost color. Oh, yeah. But the other friend that was here with me and Lenny, he used an orange blob, and it worked very well for him. Okay. So that's why I started with that.
Well for you today.
So far, so good.
Well, and that one that I caught was on the orange blob.
Yeah. Okay, so now that I'm completely untangled, the way it would work is, so I have the wind pushing us towards Clara, right? Okay. So I would cast with the wind, just kind of out there. Nice. Straighten everything out, undo the knot that's in my leader, and just kind of wait. Now, if something happens here, so you notice the coils are still in my line. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm pulling an inch at the most.
Okay.
So slowly the coils still stay.
Oh, okay.
And then those coils are going to be my indicator. Now, if those coils do anything, like straighten out, or they get bigger, or the line just takes off from you, you got a fish.
Okay.
Theoretically.
Okay.
And usually when they eat it, it's so far today it's been pretty obvious.
Okay.
But that changed. So right now my line's sinking a little bit because I have that sink tip on there. But you guys won't have that.
Right.
And that's okay.
Okay.
And I'm just watching it do something. And right now I'm pretty close with tension. So if a fish grabs it, I want to feel it.
Okay.
And then the trick is, like what my car window says, don't trout set.
Okay.
Try to strip set.
Okay. All right.
Because if you trout set, sometimes you can kind of bounce it out of their mouth.
Okay, and that's what I do. Okay.
So the strip set is what you got to so a good way to practice that is keep your rod tip under the water, because when you go to set, that resistance might slow you down. You go, oh, strip.
Okay.
It's kind of so yeah. Keep the rod tip as close to the surface of the water as you can get it.
Okay.
That should help. And then yeah, now that the wind's kind of pushing me this way, I'm not going to strip in line at all. I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing. And then just hang out and wait for hopefully a fish.
Okay.
So far so good.
Gosh, about 500.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Because you can get out to like Central. Oh, there it is, Cambra. Whoa. No problem. It's working. It's a pretty fun take, isn't it? You got another one? What?
I did pretty good with chironomids right here.
Well, Lenny, you know that's not how it works.
That's because you guys showed those fish your power bait.
Oh yeah, that's what did it. We've tainted the waters. I'm gonna head out to some deeper water, see if that helps.
I don't know what to say about it.
Hey, you have the fly. It's up to you, Lenny, if you want to do it.
I don't understand. I feel bad.
Well, don't feel like you have to jeopardize your morals just to catch a fish, Lenny. You've caught plenty, right?
Yeah.